Well, good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well today. I certainly am. Uh, as I was proceeding through our ABC vocabulary this morning, I discovered that I had arrived at the letter P. As I look at all the words starting with the letter P, it seems to represent many words that I often use in my daily self talk that maybe need to be reviewed and examined a little closely. I did discover that my performance appears to include flexibility, adaptability, and seizing opportunities that come along that may have been unplanned or unexpected. My journey isn't a straight path. It's a winding road of discovering what seems to work best for me for where I am in the moment. So, uh, after reviewing, one of the P words that I think I had better eliminate from my vocabulary is perfect. I don't know anyone who has ever been able to be perfect. And I certainly do not need that kind of pressure and doubt I could ever measure up to the mark of perfection. So I don't want to set myself up immediately for failure by expecting that the path I'm laying out for myself for any given period of time is going to be a perfect path and isn't going to have within it adaptations that need to be as I move along. I do know I can make progress in almost anything if I put out my best effort. However, if I buy into an expectation of perfection, I open the door to those who wish to sit in judgment of my efforts. And interestingly enough, one of the people that likes to sit most in judgment of my efforts is me. I definitely can be my own worst critic. I don't know if you ever criticize your efforts or other aspects of your life, but I certainly have been guilty of doing that. And it's not always a fair assessment of my accomplishments in any particular day or on any particular project. And to expect it to go perfect every single time is absolutely not realistic. And there are other people that also want to sit in judgment of you, sometimes in the name of support. Some people can be really pompous. I did it, you can do it. I don't know what your problem is. They can be patronizing, pretentious, pushy, petty, even peevish. And they can be prejudiced phonies. They're really not trying to help me. They're looking for things they can find fault with. And I guarantee you, you don't have to look very, very hard uh, to find flaws in me. I am definitely not a perfect person. Uh, and I think these people sometimes really enjoy not helping me find my path. They enjoy more telling me what I should do. Seem to insist I follow their predetermined, pre-described way, whether or not it fits my personality, my physical abilities, or my preferences. Each of us, I truly believe, has to find our own path as we journey along if we're ever going to be able to live our happiest, healthiest life. When I try to be perfect, I inevitably find myself procrastinating if a plan goes against my nature. I know it's wrong for me, and I put it off in all kinds of ways. Sometimes I panic. I'm perplexed and confused. I feel powerless to make progress as these pompous proponents pig-headedly continue to insist their way is the best way for me. Well, I agree, their way may be the very best way for them. I certainly would not insist they follow my path, but if my path is the one that gets me to living my happiest, healthiest life, I really believe they could help me in going in that direction. I have learned that I need to be aware when some well meaning people try to prod me in the wrong direction that may render me powerless or provoke in me a wrong choice that gets me off track. I don't know if you've ever been led down the wrong road by people engaged in trying to help you, but I have. And that's a learning tool that I need to understand and accept that while I always look for and appreciate advice, help, and support, I need to evaluate it in terms of how it works best for what I want to achieve. And to be willing when the guidance is spot on for me to ask for additional help maybe in completing it, but also to be able to feel strong enough in myself to say, I don't think this plan is one that really and truly is going to help me get to where I want to go. Could you help me find maybe a different way of doing what has worked well for you? To achieve peace with whatever process I'm involved in, and I think that's key, is to be able to be at peace with the path you have chosen. I must define my own pathway, which may include a few detours. I have to learn from the past and then prune the branches and throw away the excess baggage that I've accumulated uh, through those less than successful attempts. I don't need to keep dragging it along with me and doing a bunch of I coulda, woulda, shouldas. Instead, I just need to learn as much as I can from an experience that may not has worked out as I envisioned it and move on down the road. There is no need for me to put unnecessary pressure on myself. None of us need to do that to ourselves. Each seeming problem can be looked at as an opportunity to remove negativity and refocus on positivity. If I ground myself in the present moment, I can find a practical plan that brings me pleasure. It is up to me to set a pace I can maintain that doesn't push me to exhaustion, but patiently pulls me forward, adding to my potential for success. What is paramount is making progress. What is pragmatic is finding something I will do daily. What is pertinent is to sustain positive energy that keeps me pepped up and poised to seize each precious moment to move forward and to protect the progress I've already made. Consistent effort is a small price to pay for a happy, healthy life. Identifying key elements have primary priority. The pinnacle of success for me is to integrate the personal and private aspects of my life into an harmonious whole every day. There will be times when I mess up and I need to be forgiving of myself, learn, and pilot a better course for the new day. I need to remember that I live only in the now. I can't get back to grab 1 second of yesterday. We can treasure the priceless memories, learn from the negative experiences, continue to persevere with each present of a new day. Tomorrow is not promised for any of us. The word for the letter P that has the most impact on me as I talk to you right now is the present. Thank you so much for joining me in opening this present of a brand new day and using it to the best of my ability. I choose present for my personal positive vocabulary. Keep empowering yourself each day. Please take a moment to record the word or words the letter P represents on your PPV list. And please share with us in the comments below your personal positive vocabulary word for the letter P today. Thanks so much. Talk to you later. Bye for now.